Hi there and welcome to another special edition of Counterflow. I'm James Teague and here we tackle very little special issues of motoring that affect your day-to-day life. Last time it was the speed limiters. This time I've got in the studio Michael Ngodi, who's invented an app that could quite possibly change the way we commute. Michael, welcome to the show.
Hi James, nice meeting you.
Yeah,
nice
you
seeing
too,
here.
man. So how does this app work?
So
What's it called first?
So to give you, so the name of our app is Tripid. We built Tripid with the concept of taking a tipid trip. And when we say tipid, it doesn't mean you're just saving money, but you're also saving time.
And
right?
gas.
And gas. So which translates back to cash.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think
Tripid.
in general, nobody has an issue with carpool, and you don't need to explain what it is. Most of us did it as kids when we were going to school. But how does this technology put people together? That's what's fascinating me.
So one of the amazing things that we did about Tripid is we have a route matching algorithm, wherein
This is written from scratch?
this was written from scratch.
Okay.
We built it all by ourselves. I have a team of engineers working together with us, wherein we try to match you with individuals who are coming from point A, and from a point of origin and a point of destination.
All right. So let's say I'm in Quezon City right now, and I need to get to Makati for a 2 o'clock meeting, and I just pop open the app, and then what happens?
And then you can search for a route, and once you perform the search, we'll try to locate an individual or a driver who's intended to share his ride, who's also going in the same direction with you.
Okay, so then you match them directly. Is there a company? Do I now match up with that person?
So
How do
once you click on, or once you try to click on the user who is sharing that ride, you can ask to join that ride.
Okay.
And after joining, you can now begin communicating via an in-app text, via an in-app messaging platform that we built. So there's a login screen.
Okay, that's simple.
When you log in, you can log in either through your Facebook account or your Twitter account. One of the reasons why we intended for people to use Facebook was so that they could capture their identity, right? And you know that it's a real person that you're riding
Yeah,
with.
because if you've got these pseudonyms, you'd be wary. Okay, what's the next picture we got going on there? Okay, so you connect with Facebook. What are we looking at now?
Okay, so one of the security features that we have within Tripid is a feature which we call the community feature. So you can actually create communities, an open, close, or a secret community. And if you want to just share your ride with people who are part of your community.
Okay, let's say I live in Ayala Labang, which I don't.
Just for example, right?
Yeah, but let's say we do. And I say, okay, I want to offer only people in Ayala Labang a ride to Makati every day.
Then you can create a Ayala Alabang community, and you'd only see trips that are coming from Ayala Alabang.
That's awesome. So
So that's basically part of the route matching algorithm, right? Like we've been able to extrapolate features because we know where users are coming from and where they're going.
They're no different to groups that you'd have on Facebook.
That's right.
And stuff like that. Okay.
That's right.
Then I see a BPI logo there. What's that
right?
about?
So as you can see, we've been talking to schools, corporations, and one of the ways that we're actually getting people to come on board our platform is by creating private communities with different organizations. So some of the organizations that signed up already would be BPI.
So that's not a payment facility.
That's not a payment facility.
All right.
So this is yours. This is the screen that you use to join a driver or create your trip. So you then enter your point of destination, point of origin, point of destination, the time that you're leaving, and then the number of seats that you have available if you're a driver.
Okay.
And it cascades all the way down to if you want to keep doing this trip every day, and if you want to share it on social media streams like Facebook, on Twitter, and so on and so on.
This is really good. Now, next slide. Do we have any more?
So this is your profile page.
Okay.
So this is personal to the user. But what the public sees is only your first name until you accept them. Then you'll be able to see the user's complete name, their plate number, and then one of the features that we're putting up soon is an ability to also call them without having to see their number. This is a scheduled trip. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So this is a scheduled trip, meaning there's a user who's probably scheduled this trip already, and he's saying that he's coming from point A to point B, and he's charging $70 as a driver to take anybody else getting to that destination.
Oh, okay.
Not so sure how many seats he placed available.
All right. What I love about the app is it really connects people together who are willing to offer a ride. I mean, it's close to my heart because we did a program called Oplan Hatid with Yolanda. And we managed as a group to get 20,000 people a free ride home. That was just through the power of social media. And because we only had one destination or one pickup point.
Point of origin.
Yes, absolutely. So it was just about bringing people in. So you have my 100% support there. I think the app works great. The only issue I think I have would be the charging, because it gets a little tricky with could this possibly work as just a community-based thing like Oplan Hatid was from their heart?
Definitely. Like, I mean, I showed you that there was a community feature. If Tripid was fully functional and operational at that time when Oplan Hatid had come out, we could have created a Oplan Hatid community, and you could have charged 0 pesos. We needed to put in a charging mechanism, was because we need to, I mean,
couldn't you just charge for the app part? I'm not into these things, but wouldn't that be a good business model?
We feel that it wouldn't, if we were to charge for the app, it would make it less accessible for people to reach to the app and give us feedback. Give us feedback on what they think and what their thoughts are on the platform. If they want to keep charging 0 pesos for a ride, they're more than free to do so.
Yeah, I mean, personally, on my side, I don't have an issue with, I mean, everyone's got to make money, and that's a given. And it would be also nice for a driver to make a little extra cash just to help out. No different than if you were carpooling with a neighbor and you'd chip in for gas or buy him some Jollibee or something along the way. That's been happening around the world for many years. But yeah, I think once you start formally charging, it opens up a few different issues. But I guess my question is, would you be able to do a business model where, let's say, you charge $100? I think if I was carpooling and I paid $100 just one time, like $2 or $1.99 or $80, man, you'd pay it off and whatever arrangement between the driver and you don't get involved in. Could that work as a business for you?
We definitely haven't explored that business model at this point in time.
I'd give you free advertising, by the way.
Thank you.
I would. And you know what? I'm sure people watching this would, just to kick you off, because I think it's a great idea. I would support it. I know a lot of people, my friends in media, would support it just to get you off the ground, because we understand it must cost a lot of money to build this.
That's right. I mean, one of the things that we actually want to do is we want to, at some point, like, keep it going on for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we wouldn't want the app to fade over time. When you pay for the app at a single time, like one time, it's like buying a Windows XP.
No, you're right. You're right.
You would not get Windows 7 when Windows 7 comes out.
Okay. Well, if you could just, if there was a mechanism where you could find whether it's a yearly renewal or a monthly subscription or something like that. I mean, like, I subscribe to some newspapers on my iPad, and I understand it's free. It's not free. There are journalists working there, one of them myself. I've got to feed people too. So I pay for that, and I buy a 3-month, 6-month, 12-month subscription. Perhaps it might be a good way to sort of get around this whole issue.
That is definitely a business model that we've explored.
Okay.
A subscription model is a business model that we've explored before. At this point in time, we are having difficulty to implement it and execute on that model, because we'd have to think through how they're going to push in the money into our app, right?
Okay, well,
it's something that we're very open to discuss.
All right, well, if you're open to discuss that, perhaps we can ask the viewers out there. What do you think? How much do you think you would pay? And be fair, come on, guys. I mean, how much of your life did you put into this app?
So we've spent around 18 months already.
18 months, and how much in testing? I mean, like, how much time testing it and seeing how it works and all the algorithms?
We test every day. Like, I mean, ever since we've pretty much, like, every day is in a new experience. Like, if there's already version 3 of the app, actually. Like, it used to be a lot, how would I describe it? Like, suckier before.
Yeah, we've all been there. I just opened the website and
the version 1 of our app.
I went below suckier when I started. Yeah.
So the version 1 of our app was.
I created a whole new segment.
Was not a wonderful experience in comparison to what we have right now, and it's because we just keep on iterating, learning from people's given feedback, and we try to improve the app as much as possible.
That's great. Some people brought up security as an issue. Personally, before I ask you what you think, I think that there's greater security risks when you ride a taxi or a bus or a jeepney. We've been hearing about this. There's no such thing as a perfect, foolproof system, but I don't think anyone has as much protection as you've got, because you log in your ride, right?
That's right. So, our belief is that technology is simply a magnifier of intent, right? Like if you intend to harm somebody, no amount of technology will stop you from harming that person.
Absolutely,
right? So,
case in point, hammers.
Stepping back and looking at like what we're trying to do, our intention is trying to create a more efficient transport solution given the traffic situation that we have in the country. So, cascading that and translating that to what we're trying to do with the technology, what we've done is we've created, like I said, the community feature. We have a panic button in the app, and we're actually partnering with several media agencies to also incorporate a way for them to connect to media. And then one of the key things that we're doing,
if I'm just thinking, if you have a panic button and it goes on Facebook.
No, it doesn't go on Facebook. It goes to us.
Oh, it would be a great thing, you know. You
Could
pay
be.
But unless you accidentally hit it, you know.
It wouldn't be ideal because it
like you put your phone in your pocket, you're chatting next, and boom, and then there's just like everyone swarms around that guy's car.
And then the last one is really like payment is also a form of security, right? If you think about it, when we get a user's credit card information or when we get their, I mean, it's a way for us to know that this individual is actually somebody who exists and has records, transactions.
I agree.
And that's one of the safety mechanisms that we had hoped to incorporate, and that's the reason why we're doing this online credit facility on our platform.
Well, I salute you guys. You guys are doing an amazing, amazing job, and I really would like to see more and more people using this. I'm actually going to download it now and ask you to teach me how to run through it.
Okay.
Especially now that I know there's a group that I can connect with. I mean, this is sky. Wow, the potential here is great.
Thank you.
So once again, we'll end this by asking you what you think. If you have any comments, just put them in the comment box below. How much would you pay for something like this? Let's say on a monthly subscription basis. If you were going to be saving time, gas, frustration, and all that, what do you think it's worth to you? And then maybe we can come up with some kind of an average mean price where you could sort of work out a better business model that I think would just make it community-based.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you very much for joining the show.
Thank you so much, James.
All right. I'll catch a lift with you on the way. Which way are you going?
I'm heading north.
Just kidding.
I have those guys joining me.
I'll app you. Okay.
That
Thanks
would be
very
great.
much for joining us. We'll be coming up with more of these segments that help you in your daily motoring life. Till next time, drive safely, everyone.